Hi everybody, and welcome to my glorious vlog 16. I'm very sorry about the delay on 15, but I got everything all worked out, got my camera set up, started recording, brought it to the computer, and even though I haven't touched it since I did the last capture, the capture wouldn't work. So after Thanksgiving and all that was over, I decided to investigate further, and I found out that somehow someone unplugged the device from the capture card. Don't know why or who, but yeah, I found out that things work a lot better when they're plugged in. Anyway, yeah, so I got it all plugged in and got it all worked up and got the video captured and put it online, and so here we are at vlog 16. A lot of people said that I seem to do a lot better when I don't have any note cards or anything of the such to bother me when I'm doing my vlogs or something like that. Off the cuff, so to speak. Cuff. Anyway, so I have decided that for this vlog I'm going to go completely off the cuff again and see what happens. And if that's bothering you in the background, I'm sorry about that, but if you haven't been keeping up on the news in this part of the country, and I don't know why anyone would, because this is the most boring part of the United States ever, it's snowed recently. So yeah, it's a lot whiter back there, if you can tell. It's like blindingly white. But anyway, my topic for today is going to be confusion. And I, as most transgendered women or trans men, know that when you are transsexual or transgendered, whichever you prefer, it's really confusing for an individual. I mean, here you are going through life thinking that, okay, I'm one gender upstairs, and then everybody else, and even your own body, is totally giving you the opposite signals. It's like, for me, I know I'm a girl, okay, and everything works up here just like any normal girl would. But my body has been telling me another thing all my life, and as a result, people all around me have been sending me signals to tell me otherwise. I mean, sure, when I was a little kid, I used to play in the dirt, and, I used to, I had a sandbox like any normal kid, but my sister was out there with me a lot of the times. In fact, that's how we both got in trouble once. But, I played in the dirt. I ate dirt once. Of course, that kind of shows a lot. Anyway, yeah, and I was a real messy, dirty, run-of-the-mill boy. I tried to build a car once. I tried to build a boat once. I, thought I could make a bomb by filling empty shotgun shells with gasoline and throwing it in the fire and all that stuff. But a lot of girls do that stuff too, and they're just called tomboys. But, it got to be to the point where nothing seemed to click. Everything was completely wrong, and there's only one other thing to try if you're not into boy stuff, and that's try girl stuff. And when that seemed so right, that's when things got even more confusing. I mean, I know it's weird for people when they don't know what gender you are. I remember we discussed in school that if you take a baby with absolutely no gender cues, dress them in yellow, which is a pretty neutral color, it could be boy, could be girl, you take them out, show them to people, and you don't tell them anybody what gender they are, people will go completely crazy. They have to know. It completely defies logic if they don't know the gender of a person. And that's the way it was for me. I mean, I didn't know what I was for many years because everything was conflicting. And I was so confused. I'm just like, and there's the other thing with sexuality, of course, too, because, I mean, maybe you're just gay, and people will tell you that if you try to tell them I'm transgender. They're like, well, what do you like? Do you like boys or do you like girls? It's like, well, for some people, that are, male to female, they may like guys. And it's like, well, you're just gay, If you like guys and you are a guy, that means you're gay. You're not transgendered. Well, yeah, but sexuality is only one half of the coin. And sexuality actually has nothing to do with gender. Gender only determines, like, what your sexuality is. Because, I mean, gender is all in your mind, what's in your brain, how your brain's wired, how it works, how it's programmed to work. And sex is, you know, what genitalia, if you will, that you have. And that's the thing that most people don't get. And that's what confuses a lot of people, because a lot of people think gender and sex are one and the same. But it's really not. If you have a penis, that doesn't necessarily mean you're male. Well, it means you're male. Obviously, that's your sex. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you're a boy or a man or a guy or whatever you want to say. And if you have a vagina, it doesn't actually make you a girl. It just means you're female. And so many people think that those terms are interchangeable. They're really not. Female and girl, male and guy, man, whatever, they're completely different things. Man, woman is up here, and female and male is down there. And female and male is such a generic term that people, they just don't think. But, I mean, I've spent a whole deal of my life in confusion. I mean, I didn't even know what sexuality I was. For a long time, and even on these videos before, I said, yeah, I'm asexual with a slight attraction to males. Well, I found out recently that's not exactly true. I mean, apparently I'm bisexual, because now I have a girlfriend. And I love her probably more than anything else on this planet. In fact, I do love her more than anything else on this planet. I mean, I would walk through the deepest recesses of hell if only to spare her one tear. And when I go visit her in February, which I'm going to do, if I come back here, the only thing that I would ask as a request is like a single strand of her hair. Just to have something of her with me at all times. I know it kind of sounds cheesy and it kind of sounds corny and I sound all lovelorn and stuff, but, you know, I never actually thought that, like, love at first sight existed. I always thought that was like a fairy tale thing, but now that it's actually happened, I'm completely turned around on that. But it did confuse me for a while, because I'm like, I'm asexual. And even if I'm not asexual, I have an attraction to guys because I'm a girl. And I like guys. And there is a certain person, who I'm not going to name, that is a guy and I'm really attracted to. But he doesn't actually fit my criteria for guys that I like. Because I've kind of noticed over the years that I'm really attracted to pretty boys. It's probably my bisexuality coming into play. You know, I like pretty boys because I also like girls, but I don't know. It's just really, really confusing. But I think I'm getting a handle on it now, because I wouldn't trade anything for my girlfriend Tamsin right now, because she is like the most important thing to me in this world. So, anyway, since I'm getting a little bit short on time, and I kind of got off the subject a little bit, so I think I'll probably go back to the note cards on my next vlog, because it seems to work better. But anyway, that's all I have for right now, and stay tuned for my vlog next week. And just to, you know, keep up with my cousin's little joke, yes, it is vlog 17. So anyway, that's all I have for now, and I will see everybody later. Bye-bye.